Hey minasan, Yoreko desu, and today we're going to answer the question if you want to get Ganyu. We have not much time left, 6 days and 90 hours left to decide if you want to get the Ganyu. And as you know, you saw my preview video, I got Ganyu from the wishes. I decided to wish on this banner, and what I think I will tell you. Let's first move to my character. So I did show you Ganyu before, and she was on the first level. And now I did level up her a bit. As you can see, she has a higher damage. And what I can tell you, the first thing is that she's a Cryo character, and she's a bow character too. So it's really useful when you want to put the cryo effects on any other enemies. But as we know, we have also other character which can do that, which is the Diana. So what is the advantage of the Ganyu? The Ganyu advantage is of course her amazing charge attack, which is just spraying. What am I saying? Spraying rain of the ice into the enemies. It's really good. And also, one of the advantages is her useful ult, which is creating also a rain of the icy spikes, but on the much bigger area, and it's just holding the effects for a few seconds. We can even check that in the talents. So let's see here. See, 15 seconds. Ice charge damage by 88%, and normal attack actually you can see here frost flake arrow damage 160% and frost flake arrow bloom damage, which is basically 272% bloom damage. So we can see here we can get some nice damages. But the Ganyu strength that is basically in the charge attack. But I don't say that Ganyu can be only the DPS, because I think mostly she was created to be a support, but actually Ganyu can be not only the support, but she can be an DPS and charge DPS. What I mean by DPS is just basically like me, just now use a Ras on her, but this weapon is really bad on her. I noticed that when I was playing, it's not that effective as on Whistle. Maybe that's because my Whistle is on the first constellation. But also, if you are creating later the Ganyu, which will be based on the charge attack, as you can see here, it's decreasing by 10%. So it's not that efficient. So actually, there is much more better bow for her, which we can use, and it's Amos bow. But we can't get that easily, right? But there is another bow which you can get easily. It's craftable bow, and you can refine that like really at good level. And its name is the Prototype Crescent. Has ability on returning. Charge attack hits on the weak points increase movement speed by 10% and attack by 36% for 10 seconds. Let's notice that that's refined level of this weapon is level 1. So I can imagine how it's going to be looks like when I will refine it to higher levels. This is much better bow for the charge attack, as we can see, right? It's affecting the charge attack and it's also giving us movement speed. And I think that choosing a Venus Warbow is really not a good idea. One of the reasons is that she's really good doing great at energy recharge itself. Like you can create the I mean, you can use the ultimate and you can pretty fast create a half of it just so quickly. By creating half of it so quickly, I mean recharge ultimate. As you can see, my Charlie is actually holding that, but it will change. I think you will take the rust. So the question is, do you want to get the Ganyu? I think that depends from your needs. If you need a good DPS, I mean Cryo DPS, or even if you need a Cryo character, I think you should basically wish on that banner. She is great character, not only because she looks great. Like look at this hairs, these horns, it's amazing. She's also a really good support. Her E can be used for freezing pretty nicely, and her ultimate is also doing nice damage, and later it can affect the game even more. What I mean affect the game even more is that Celestial Shower grants 20% cryo damage bonus to active party members in AoE. This is a big change here on the Ascension phase 4, but still, I'm using her as a DPS right now. As you can see, I have Azure Solve, I have the Rust, and my artifacts are basically Pristine Child Array and Gladiator Finally. It's typical physical set artifacts. And the case is that even with this kind of set, I'm dealing with charge attacks between 3 to 4,000 damage, and it's going to be not single shot but actually two shots, right? So it's pretty amazing, right? For trying matching to build her even better. And what I would suggest to build her, for sure, artifacts with the mastery and mentor mastery. And if you want to build her a bit of the support, I think you can use the Crow artifacts. Let's see what the mastery we can use artifacts. For example, Wanderer Troop set seems pretty good. Increase charged attack damage by 35% if the character uses a catalyst or a bow. It's really good for her. As you can see, her charge attack is actually crazy, but with this set, it could be just outstanding, right? The other option is the Cryo option, right? And the Cryo actually, and yeah, Wishu is at the moment holding that for no reason, don't worry. Cryo damage bonus 15%, and here we have the critic rate is increased by 20, and if the opponent is frozen, crit rate is increased by a downside 20%. This is also interesting, but I think that her charge build is much more OP compared to using the cryo set on her. Well, it's a bit sadly because I wanted to use the cryo set on her, but so far, after analyzing the things, I think I will decide on the Wanderer trope, which you can get by killing the world bosses, like Wolf and Childy and this dragon. It's not like I forgot his name. Of course, still uh, I'm thinking that Chaldi will be doing much better as a DPS when I will upgrade his artifacts and a bit change the build because he has the great E ability for doing the damage, and I think he can really great cooperate with Ganyu. Actually, combo with the Mona is also good, but I think with Chaldi could be even more awesome. Or maybe Chaldi Mona Ganyu. Ooh, that could be even better. And Xanlin. because melting status is, I mean, melting elemental reaction is actually dealing also a nice bit of the damage. And Ganyu constellations are also interesting, but since she is difficult to get higher constellations, then I'm not thinking much about them. And I don't see that they will affect that much the game. Well, I can see it. They will affect the game, but right, I will just play at the zero constellation for now, and now I'm playing on that. I'm pretty good. Even with this kind of build, she's doing fine. I think my wish visual was still a bit better, but maybe that's because of her level of the talents, and that she's also Constellation 1. So that really depends from you. If you want a DPS, if you want a Cryo support, she's really great use of that. If you like characters like that, just wish for her. It's not much time left, but I think it's going to be worth. So I think that's everything for this episode. Subscribe if you comment below, like the video, give me also advices about my videos. I will look forward for them. And happy wishes, guys. See ya.